Hey guys, it's Castro72, and I hope all you Wii owners picked up this game, Tatsunoko Vs Capcom. It's Capcom's newest entry in its Versus Fighting series. This game is near and dear to my heart because it includes characters from a cartoon I used to watch called Battle of the Planets. I used to wake up early every morning to watch Battle of the Planets, and I used to pretend I was Jason and Mark from the team. And this game has them in there, and they fight against Chun-Li and Ryu, and it just brings a tear to my eye that they're actually in a fighting game. So I suggest everyone pick it up. If you pre-ordered, you also got these Tatsunoko Vs Capcom Ultimate All-Star cards, and if you also get Nintendo Power, you get a free card on page 49. It's just stuck right there. I have Morrigan, but it's in the February 2010 issue. But anyway, I suggest that everyone who has a Wii pick that game up. It's awesome. But you may be saying to yourself, well, I don't know anything about the Versus series. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what I've collected from Capcom's Versus series. And I also have a couple games on the SNK side as well. The first game I have that I think really started off the Versus series is XMen, Children of the Atom. Now I have it for the Saturn, but I also know it came out for PlayStation 1. I hear this is the better version anyway. Saturn was always better at 2D games. Now I remember when I first got this game, lots of people came over to my house to play it because it was an arcade game and it was arcade perfect on the Saturn. Of course, like Sega, they built a really great arcade machine into a console. And I'm glad I still have this. It's very much cherished in my collection. Right after X-Men, they made Marvel Superheroes. Now this is sort of the follow-up to X-Men, except it has a larger roster from the Marvel Universe. Now, you may be saying to yourself, well, X-Men and Marvel Superheroes, there's no verses in these titles. In fact, they're against, each other, not people from another universe. But it was because of these two games that Capcom created the Versus series. The next game that they actually made out was X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Now, I have this for the PS1, and it's not exactly arcade perfect because the PlayStation 1 had limited RAM, and you couldn't do the swap-out tag team style fighting. And because of that, I didn't pick up the sequel to this game, which was Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. And I kick myself every day for not picking up that game because that is like the only fighting game I believe I'm missing from the Versus series. But I did pick up Marvel vs. Capcom on the Dreamcast, which came out next after Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. This game on the Sega Genesis was actually a launch title, and it is arcade perfect, guys. I know there's a version for the PS1, but that one just, I think it moves a little clunky. It was last gen hardware, but this version, excellent. And then it was also followed up by Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Everybody knows this game, everybody wants this game. Most people want it for the PlayStation 2, which I also have it for. Cost me $59 used. I didn't really want it because I had this one, but I went out and I saw it after this game because, it was just kind of rare because Capcom lost the Marvel license like halfway through the distribution of this game, and so only a few people got it, and it's highly sought after because it has Marvel people in here and, Capcom people in here, and it's got the best gameplay. Now, on the other side of the Versus series, there was a series that had SNK characters versus the Capcom guys. And that was because of these two games, Street Fighter Alpha 3 and The King of the Fighters 98. In Arcadia magazine, they had a cover that reviewed both of these titles. And it read KOF versus SF, which was King of the Fighters versus Street Fighter. And it was actually that there were just two of these reviews in the magazine, but people read it to believe that there was a game combining the two. And Capcom ran with it, and they struck a deal with SNK where SNK would make two games based on both universes, and Capcom would make two games based on both universes. So Capcom made Capcom vs SNK. Excellent game. I love this. It has sort of a ratio system where everybody is given a certain strength ratio and you can mix and match. A lot of people didn't like that, but I did, and it only went to 4 buttons to accommodate King of the Fighters moves, whereas Street Fighter has 6 buttons, but they went for the KOF configuration. Now, Capcom vs SNK 2, which was the follow-up, I love this game. It's a real technical fighter, and I think it's like the best in the series. If they make a part 3, they have to base it off of this, because this was excellent. Excellent game. When I bring this game to work, because I carry a PlayStation 2 in my car, and like on lunch break sometimes I hook it up, and I put this in, people are like, yeah! Who wants to get their ass beat? Because everybody loves this game, everyone has their favorites, and Capcom vs SNK 2 is just like the best. Like the testosterone level in the lunchroom goes like way up high when they see this in our big screen. Oh my gosh, we have a nice HD TV in our break room. On the SNK side, I only have Card Fighters DS, SNK vs Capcom, which actually I hear has a fatal glitch on the second quest, I think. And I'm not much for like card-based trading games, and I never really got into it. It does have like a whole bunch of characters from both universes, but it really wasn't big with me. And SVC Chaos. This was SNK's answer to their 2-game deal. They never made a second game. They made this game, which is okay, but they used the old Neo Geo hardware, and it's kind of dated looking, but it's not bad. A lot of people give it a bad rap, but I like it. The last game I have was also made by Capcom, and it's not truly part of the Versus series. It's called Capcom Fighting Evolution, and it has people from Darkstalkers and an arcade title called Red Earth and Street Fighter Alpha and Street Fighter 3. The weakest. This is like pretty lame actually. A lot of fighting enthusiasts hate this game, and I have to say it is pretty lame. It's not that great. I mean, if you can find it for cheap, pick it up just to add to your collection. That's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to give everyone the heads up on Tatsunoko Vs Capcom. Awesome game. You can't go wrong. Go see BackForwardPunch. He has a great review on this game. I'm not going to attempt to review it. He does a great job. I'll put a link in the info section. But pick this one up, guys. It's a winner. Happy gaming and happy game collecting.